Let's add in that onChange prop to our editor component. This prop is going to help us understand whenever a user types into the editor or otherwise changes the code inside there in any way. I'm going to add a onChange prop, and I'll pass to it handle editor change. That's going to be our callback function. Let's define it at the top of our component. And as we saw in the documentation, this is going to be called with some new value. So that's going to be whatever the user has typed in to the editor. The type for this is going to be either string or undefined. So if I just put in string like so, I'll notice that I get a little error message down here coming from TypeScript. You can read it over, but it's pretty much saying that whenever handle editor gets changed, it might receive a string or just sometimes might receive undefined. To handle that case, we're going to default the value of this thing. So if value is defined, then we're going to say, don't give me undefined, just give me a string instead. And that will fix up the type issue. As usual, I love to do quick tests and make sure everything is working as expected. So for right now, let's just do a console log of value and make sure that whenever we type into that editor, we can see the updated code inside of our browser console. Let's save this file. Back over here, open up our browser console. Here's mine right here. And now whenever I make a change to this thing, I should see a console log. Yep, definitely do. Okay, that's exactly what we want to see. Next up, we are getting the updated value inside of this event handler right here, and we need to hold on to that value so that whenever a user submits the form, we can take the value and send it off to our server action and actually update the snippet inside of our database. So effectively, that means we need a piece of state. Again, this is the whole reason we are making use of a client component here. It's so that we can make use of these event handlers like the one we just set up, and so we can have state as well. To define our state, at the very top, let's add an import or the useState hook from React. Then at the top of our component, we'll define a piece of state called code and default it to be snippet.code. So we're going to start off with whatever the snippet's code is. And then as the user changes that thing, as they type inside there, we will update the code piece of state by calling setCode with the updated value. Okay, so now the last thing we have to do here, we've put in our form, or we put in our editor. Last thing we need to do is add in our form and a server action to go along with it. So as long as the user, or as soon as the user clicks on that save button that we're going to eventually show underneath the editor, we need to update our data. And again, remember, every time we want to update our data, we always want to be thinking server action.